Question 4. Given that f of x equals minus 2 over x, sketch these graphs and write down equations of the asymptote for each. A, y equals f of x. B, y equals f of x plus 3. C, y equals f of x plus 3. The general equation of a reciprocal graph is y equals k over ax plus b plus c. C is the horizontal asymptote, and to find the vertical asymptote, we set the ax plus b to 0. We set the denominator to 0. When we're sketching these graphs, we need to find the horizontal asymptote, vertical asymptote, y-intercept, and x-intercept. Those are the 4 things we need to do. The f of x is minus 2 over x plus 0. Therefore, the horizontal asymptote is y equals to 0. The vertical x equal to 0. You set the denominator to 0. For the y-intercept, when you have to set x to 0, and when x is 0, there's no intercept. That is vertical asymptote. For the x-intercept, you have to set y to 0, horizontal asymptote. For the b part, where y equals f of x plus 3, we've replaced x by x plus 3. So that's why we have minus 2 over x plus 3 plus 0. So that's y equal to 0. We have to set the denominator to 0. So therefore, x plus 3 equal to 0. X equals minus 3. For the y-intercept, when we put x equal to 0, y will be minus 2 over 3. For x-intercept, we have to set y to 0. There is, again, that's the horizontal asymptote. So there is no y-intercept. For the c part, f of x plus 3. So you go minus 2 over x, and we're adding 3. So we're raising the graph by plus 3 vertically up. So y equals to 3. That's the horizontal asymptote. For the vertical asymptote, again, we set the denominator to 0. So x equal to 0. For the y-intercept, we set x to 0. Again, there's no y-intercept. And for the x-intercept, we set y to 0. 0 equals minus 2 over x plus 3. Multiply both sides by x. So I get 0 equals minus 2 plus 3x. 3x equals minus 2 equals 2. So we move minus 2 to the other side. Therefore, divide both sides by 3. X equals 2 over 3. Now to sketch the graph. We know that the horizontal asymptote is y equals to 0. Vertical asymptote is x equals to 0. So the first thing we need to do is to do the vertical asymptote here, which is x equal to 0. So that's a line, x equal to 0. Now we need to do the horizontal asymptote. So that's y equal to 0. So this is a line, y equal to 0. Now we're just going to put in some few points to see where the graph is. So when x is a half, you get minus 4. When x is 1, you get minus 2. And when x is 2, you get minus 1. So that's your curve coming up there. And likewise, when x is a half, minus a half, you get 4. When x is minus 1, you get 2. And when x is minus 2, you get 1. So you can see the graph is coming from minus infinity all the way to the points there, all the way to plus y infinity. And it's coming from minus y infinity all the way to plus x infinity. Now to sketch the curve here. we found that the horizontal asymptote is y equal to 0 and vertical asymptote is x equals minus 3. So let's do the vertical asymptote. X equals minus 3. So you just come here and do a vertical line. That's x equals minus 3. When x is 0, y is minus 0.67. Now when x is 1, y is minus 0.5. When x is 2, y is minus 0.4. When x is 3, y is minus 0.3. When x is minus 1, y is minus 1. When x is minus 2, y is minus 2. When x is minus 4, y is 2. Right, so those are the points that we needed. Now we can sketch the curve, but we need to draw the horizontal asymptote, which is y equal to 0. So that's the line the curve approaches. Now we can sketch the curve. So the curve is coming from the negative y infinity, then approaching those points here, and then approaching y equal to 0 at infinity. Likewise, it's coming from the negative infinity, negative x infinity, and then going to approach vertical asymptote x equals minus 3. C part, where fx plus 3 minus 2 over x plus 3. In this case, the horizontal asymptote is y equal to 0 and the vertical asymptote is x equals to 0. So if I draw the vertical asymptote first, x equals to 0, so that's the y-axis. And the horizontal asymptote is y equals to 3. So we can try some few points. When x equals to 1, y is 1. When x equals to 2, y will be minus 2 over 2, which is minus 1, plus 3, so y will be 2. And when x is minus 1, y is 5. The x-intercept is, when y is 0, x is 2 over 3, so that's 0.6. That's where the x-intercept. That's when y equal to 0. Now we can sketch this graph coming from the negative y infinity, crossing at 0.67, going all the way to line y equals to 3 but never touches it, and then coming from the negative x infinity and then approaching the line x equals to 0 but never touches it.